Hey guys, man, this is a red letter day and a half, so I get two beautiful bikes today. So I'm at Cascade Moto Classics over here in Beaverton, which has abnormally nice weather for October. And I'm looking at a 2018 Street Scrambler. So I've never ridden a Scrambler. I'm really excited. But let's talk about the bike. Let me just show you it first. This is a 2018. And it's important to talk about this because there are going to be some changes in 19 and maybe even 20. So we have a 900cc liquid-cooled engine. You can see the small radiator up in the front. It's pretty well hidden. Looks good. It's a chain-driven. The chain's on the right side. It's got Nissan two-pot calipers in the front and a single-disc two-pot Nissan brake in the back. Floating, it looks like. Now, I'm not really getting too much into it, but basically, horsepower-wise, we're looking at around 55 brake and around 59 foot-pounds of torque, which is so more torque than horsepower, and I like that idea. I really, really like that. It's got this nice sort of suede seat, and there's all kinds of different styles with these retro Triumphs. So you get your nice side exhaust sweeping out, kind of up high, I guess for the purpose of this being something you could go off-road on, although I think you would probably, steer towards a Tiger if you were really going to go off-road. This is a bike that screams, I need a leather jacket and a good-looking helmet and zip-zapping around town. We're going to actually take it out in the country. So it's kind of got an aggressive tire on it. It's probably, I would say, like a 80-20, dual sport looking tire. So dual rear shocks, a variety of seats. You can get one with a passenger seat, you can get one with a luggage rack and accessory rack. Oh, and real quick, so I said this is a 900. In 19, there's word of a 1200 coming out. So, if you wanted a little more power, now, I think for a bike this size, the numbers are respectable, but hey, if I'm honest, I'd love to ride a 1200, possibly Bonneville T120 engine on one of these. I don't know, we'll see. That's it, let's ride this bad boy. All right, so let's fire this bad boy up. Now, I don't look cool right now. I've got this is a bike you gotta look cool on. So you got your nice single gauge there with multiple sets of information, digital RPM, and old school speed. Let's start this bad boy. Oh my god, the clutch pull on this, guys. The clutch is so soft. Oh, I love a twin. Oh, that sounds amazing. Alright, let's and the seating position, I can tell you right now, is just so... Oh my god, the brake is so soft. Let's try not to wreck on our way out, though. That would look bad, huh? They may not loan me more bikes, guys. Alright, is that the Thunderbird? Yeah. Heck yeah, man. Alright. Okay, so seating position is really neutral. Oh my god. Oh, I love it. Oh my god. The torque. Oh, the torque. Alright, so for reference, I ride a Tiger 1200, which is, a lot larger engine. This is the 900. But this is a twin, guys. It's a 270-degree parallel twin. And it's so smooth. But the rumble, I can't believe. Now, I'm 6'3", and looking at these retro rides, I kind of always suspect they're not for me. I always, most motorcyclists, I think around the world, is probably average height 5'10". So, that said, I am so comfortable, and this thing is just padded on your buns like you can't believe. Paint job looks nice. I noticed Triumph and Harley Davidson both, they really like the paint. I don't know about lane splitting. I feel confident on it. The bars aren't too wide, although it's illegal here, guys. What do you say, guys? Let's demo it. Look at that. You can lane split this bike. All right, that's as much as I'm willing to do right now. And the person behind me is cursing me out. Let's give them an ear so I can see their face. Okay, so the clutch, you know, at the stoplight, no need to put it in neutral. An infant child could work this clutch. And I'm seeing this bike as just an awesome around town bike. Like, say you live downtown Portland. This is Portland greater area. You know, put yourself a couple of saddlebags on here and you've got just a great grocery getter. Parking this thing would be a breeze. I just feel like James Dean or something. Oh, I love it. You know, for getting around, this is just such a joy. It's so light between your legs. My Tiger 1200 is not a light bike. Oh my god. That never gets old, man. It's so little, it's so light, and you know, it's like nothing. The mirrors work well, and Triumph usually does, because they use that inner out long tubule. Okay, brakes, oh, super tight. They stop in a hurry, and this model has ABS, so you know, you could probably year-round ride this bad boy. Sitting position is even more neutral than on a Tiger. It's like I'm riding a tractor, maybe. Or maybe like sitting on a quad is a good way to put this. You want to hear the horn? Sounds like a Triumph horn, I guess. Now I will say this, it's interesting, you know, I'm used to an analog tachometer and a digital speed, so you know, that's a getting used to factor. I don't think anything's wrong with it, but you know, if you're looking at a Tiger, you're seeing analog tachometer. So, and this bike is so much style. Now you can put a fairing on this, I think, by the way, but let's be honest, like, this is the fun way to do it. So far the handling is just incredibly easy to ride, little effort. This would be a really fun bike to go on you know, coffee runs in downtown Portland. And I'm not riding in downtown Portland. Those of you who've been here know that the road situation is perilous and oddly designed. It's like it was designed as they went along in the 1950s or something. Now I'm outside of Portland, where probably this developed in the 70s, and they had a better idea of, you know, basic road hazards and design. But this is a perfect bike for it, because you know, there's no parking in Portland. What's up there? There's no parking in Portland at all, but this bike, you know, I would park it on a bike rack. It really loves this 3500 number. That's the number. You just, you know what would be awesome is if they had a 1200 Tiger that used the Bonneville engine. You would get this low grunt, and it might be even too much for the dirt, I don't know. But you could raise that bike up, it would get the engine wouldn't be as tall, the weight would be down low, and that's what this feels like. It feels like a light bike, and the weight is low too. Like a beginner could ride this. Oh, it's just fun to rev this thing, guys. I said earlier there's a new version coming out in 2019. Okay, so apparently you'll have the option for the bigger engine, probably a bigger frame, but it'll have the Scrambler vibe. So let's talk about that for a minute. Some options that you have to consider. They're probably still going to sell a 900 version, and if you're a bigger guy and you like a lot of oomph, you know, you're probably going to want that 1200. But guys, I think, you know, this is an 18. I suspect that there's going to be a few 18s left on the floor, and you'll probably be able to get a hell of a deal on an 18. And for this kind of bike, I don't consider this like a long touring bike, and I would not be scared of a 900. Although if it was my money and it was like the two were next to each other and it was not that much difference, I would go for the 12, I'm not gonna lie. But for a get around town, or maybe even go down a dirt road, I mean, this thing is just awesome. Oh yeah. We are in 5th gear, it's just top gear, and she is stable as can be. I don't know if you can hear me because of the wind,
We have a gear indicator, love it. And on an entry-level bike, that's a really nice thing. We have a fuel gauge, love it. Everything should have a fuel gauge. I would say that you need to know where the power is, and I'm telling you, let's bring it down. So I'm at 3,600. We're in third gear at 30 miles an hour. I'm just gonna gun it so you can see we're at 2,500, 2,600 RPM. Okay, so not great right there. Now let's go from 3,500. Better. All right, now let's go from 4,000. Perfect. So that parallel twin, due to that, I guess because of the crank settings, it really likes sort of a mid-range. And you can really reach high speed and fourth gear. It doesn't, you know, I was a little hesitant about a 5-speed. I've had bad interaction with those in the past where it just didn't seem right. But this it seems like the fourth gear is pretty tall. And you could probably cruise, you know, 70, 80 miles an hour. Wow, there's some people there. So we are just gonna turn this bad boy around. Okay, let's go back. Oh, that wheel wants to come up. Well, I don't think I need to ride it too much more to have an impression of this bike. I think that this bike is perfect for a new rider or someone who wants to go out and enjoy a nice day in town or in the countryside. We'll take a little side road here. And I'll show you what I mean. This is what this bike's perfect for right here. So you see yourself a nice, you know, desolate road. And, you know, you're just taking it in. It's great for going to grab a coffee, jetting around town. If you're a real cool guy, you know, you look cool on it. I look like some kind of nerd. For exploring the country roads, perfect. The handling is good. There's another Triumph boy. This engine really has like character, and I don't mean it in that catty way that a lot of reviewers say. It's good. It's got good punch in the right place so that the bike doesn't go squirrely on you, but you feel it. You got to hang on to the bars, you know. That's good. Like, oh, it's just awesome. So I see these bikes sort of priced anywhere from like 9 to 12,000, depending on. Ooh, it's going hot. 9 to 12,000, and you know, that's a really good beginner range price bike for new. We're talking new, not used. But you're getting ABS, you know, you're getting a good amount of power, and you're getting just this easiest thing I've ever ridden with a clutch. I mean, look at this, guys. I have an injured finger, and I can pull on the injured finger like it's a badly injured finger. I'll show you the finger later. Oh no. Hold on, let's help this guy.
Let's pull aside because now who knows?
You okay?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. That's not a very friendly interaction, guys. I think if I could give you guys like a thumbs up, it's hard to see. How do you review bikes and say this versus this? I don't know, but this bike puts a smile on your face. Ah, gosh, I stress again, I would love to see this engine or the 1200 in a Tiger. Do it, Triumph, do it. Oh, fuel cap has this interesting, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like a thing that you twist and it's got a locking mechanism. Indicators are standard. I mean, everything's very familiar about this bike. Your brights are on the back side of the, let's see here. Yeah, your bright, where's your brights? Yeah, they're on the back side of that. That's interesting, that's different. And, you know, as for off-roading this thing, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's got the suspension travel, and though you can put reservoir shocks on right at here, and you could make this a good off-roader, I wouldn't do it. What I would do with this is in a situation, you know, where you needed to hop a curb or pop off a curb, you know, even a, you know, this bike could probably take a bit of beating. Oh, it's a button, guys. Okay, so your bright lights, boom. It's like a trigger switch. I love it. That's fun. So you just tap the button and your brights are on, and there's a little bright indicator on the dash. If you guys have questions, ask below. I have access to this bike again potentially, and I'm happy to go back and look. And we are back. I don't want to give it back. Maybe they'll just give it to me. What do you think? I would ride this anywhere, and ain't a scared to be seen on it. All right, guys. Street Scrambler. Questions, ask below. And this is Moto Drangus. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell, blah blah blah, all the stuff, because YouTube sucks right now. Yeah, cool bike. Come check out this place. Later, dudes.